Hello, this is Julie, your friendly Usborne consultant, and I just wanted to make this video to show you a couple of books that have been some favorites in my house. The first one I have here is the Lift the Flap Computer and Coding book. And the other one I'll show you today is Coding for Beginners using Scratch. Now, this one right here I actually caught my 12-year-old son reading yesterday evening to his 3-year-old brother, which is a couple of significant things about that. One, the 12-year-old doesn't always read unless something is really interesting to him. And then, of course, the 3-year-old is the one who picked the book. He could have picked Disney Cars, he could have picked Bob the Builder, but he wanted this book because it's really cool and it has a whole lot of flaps in it and lots of interesting things to learn. And even very young kids are a lot more curious about computers these days. So let's take a look inside this. Here is the first page. What's a computer and what is coding? And notice all the many different flaps there are to work here. And Usborne Books has done research and found out that kids learn more when their fingers are moving, also tactile, as well as along with their reading. They retain more information. So here's the contents. I'll show you what is coding, what's inside, how do they think. Here's one of my favorite flaps. This is your standard laptop, and if you've ever wondered what it looks like when under your keyboard, now you know. This huge flap that you can flip down and see all the parts inside. And notice there are also flaps within flaps. So there are a lot of flaps in this book. So here's all the different parts and what's inside, how do chips work. Let's see what else is in here. There's very sturdy pages. Here's some beginning introduction into binary and how would you count in binary. It's about graphics, how do computers show the pictures. This one is my 7-year-old's favorite. You can see he's done all the flaps here. This shows a little bit about how you give instructions to a computer, and how you move east 2 squares, down 1 square to help the pirate find the treasure. And this is a little bit on flow charts. And here's where they start to introduce you to the Scratch language. We'll talk about a little bit more about that in a minute when we show you the Coding for Beginners Scratch book. Some improving on your code, creating better code, and using the internet. Here's another one of my favorite flaps. It shows a Usborne website, but it also shows the kids that under the fancy pictures, there is code that runs the website. You can see it right there. So, again, this is a very fun book that we've really enjoyed. Oh, and a history of computers, starting with thousands of years ago when people started scratching tally marks on bones to count and record numbers, all the way to today's smartphone and phones and watches. So there's that one. And the Coding for Beginners using Scratch. Now this one is super cool because, well, first of all, Scratch is a program that was developed by MIT. It's a free program. You can find it online, and it's the first language you can start teaching to even very young kids. I mean, even my 3-year-old has begun to put some small programs together and has fun with it. He has his own login. And this book just is a bunch of fun different projects that they can do. It first teaches them a little bit about what is coding and how to start with Scratch. And then all the rest of these are all different projects. I wanted to show you some of my favorite ones. Let's see. This first one, sorry, I can get to it, is the other dancing sprites building a band. Scratch has some like 21 different instruments and 18 different percussion instruments that you can put together, and your child can make their own band and set the tempo and speed of the music. You can see where many of these projects could also be part of a different, like a music lessons as well. Let's see, there's another one back here. I'll show you this one. virtual pets. How many of you remember when it used to be cool to have your own virtual pet on your desktop? Well, now your child can actually create his own, program his own, so he has the satisfaction of doing that and being able to play with it. Let's see. There's games. Oh yeah, the race car. The race car is one where you can create a race car and a track with a board to create your own lap times, and then you can try to beat your lap times. So, you know, why have the kids playing the video games? They can actually create their own video games to play. And another one that I wanted to show you is the Balloon Pop. Another game that my kids have played numerous times online when somebody else made it, but now they can learn how to create it themselves and have more satisfaction of, hey, I can have fun playing a game that I created. So those are just a few of the many ones that you can learn about, and all the different controls. Scratch is like a big puzzle. You have all these different puzzle pieces that you can put together to create some really fun projects. And this book is in it's a nice spiral binding, so you can lay it flat, so it'll stay there while you're working on your program. So again, you can visit my website to find out more information about this and how to order, and have fun with it. Bye.